Could I ask you a few questions about eating habits?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you reckon that you eat healthily?
Yes.
Can you tell me what you think a healthy diet is?
For me in the morning, toast, cornflakes, low-fat milk. Lunch, usually fish or chicken with potato, and cabbage sometimes. Not much salt.
I think you're eating a very healthy diet.
Well, I've had 8 heart attacks, so...
You've had 8 heart attacks?
Yes, and a bypass. So I've got to eat healthily.
This is my lunch and I'm eating chips.
Tell us what you eat.
Well, I've got a can of Coke in there and I've got a pickled onion in here as well.
I wonder if you can tell me whether any of your immediate family have suffered from heart disease.
Not on my side, on my husband's side. Quite a bad history of heart disease. His father, most of his brothers died.
Can I ask you, did any of them die young?
40s and early 50s.
Do you think you have a healthy diet?
Well, so. Some of the time it's healthy, but some of the time I just eat whatever I fancy and don't think too much about it, really.
You know, you could ask anyone in the street and they'll tell you that they eat fairly sensibly. But the figures for premature heart disease tell us a different story. Regularly eating food which is high in fat seriously increases the risk of heart problems. So, if you want to cut the risk of dying young from heart disease, you need a healthy diet. And what this means is reducing the fat, eating a wee bit more fruit, vegetables, bread and cereals, and keeping salt and sugar down. And if you eat well, you'll look and you'll feel well too. Over the next few minutes, we'll find out just how easy it is to get the balance right with a few simple changes to what we eat and how we cook. So, let's take a look at a day in the life of healthy eating.
I had 2 bacon rolls for my breakfast.
I normally try to skip the breakfast actually.
Sausages, bacon, black pudding, potato scones, fried egg, mushrooms, toast. Just the usual.
I didn't have any breakfast. Well, I tell a lie, so I went to the college canteen and had this sausage roll.
Didn't have anything for breakfast.
What's the first thing you eat?
Well, I had a snack in the morning, a Mars bar.
Breakfast can often be a battleground between being late for work or school. But it's a big mistake to skip breakfast, especially when a bowl of high-fibre, low-sugar cereal can be prepared and eaten in minutes. Choosing a low-fat spread keeps the fat content low and the family healthy. When the weather gets colder, porridge makes a cheap and nourishing healthy alternative. And if you make it in the microwave, there's no dirty pan to wash up. At the weekend, if there's more time, a cooked breakfast can be perfectly healthy. Choose lean bacon and trim all the white fat before grilling it with tomatoes. Serve on a slice of wholemeal toast with baked beans. And a small glass of unsweetened orange juice completes the meal. Shopping for low-fat dairy produce can be quite a task when you look at the range of products there is to choose from. It's best to read the labels carefully and to choose the one with the lower fat content. Supermarket-owned brands are usually cheaper. These tin tomatoes are a great way of buying low-cost vegetables. You know, many of us develop a dislike of vegetables from quite an early age. I have horrible memories of boiled school cabbage, absolutely disgusting. But vegetables can be very tasty and very, very simple to cook. To get the best from fresh vegetables, use them soon after you buy them and cook them by steaming or boiling in a little water for as short a time as possible. Cooking vegetables in a microwave is an excellent way of keeping them crisp and tasty. Frozen vegetables can be as good as fresh. They are quick and convenient with little waste, and they're easy to cook. Tinned vegetables can be found in most shops, but check the label for the added salt and sugar and choose those with low content. At lunchtime, soup is another great way to include vegetables in meals. Use an oil like the sunflower oil and measure it into a spoon to keep the fat content low. Fry the diced turnip, onion, potato and carrot gently until soft. Gradually add the stock. Wash and add the lentils. Lentils provide good fibre and some types take just 15 minutes to cook. Bring it to the boil and simmer for 3/4 of an hour. How's that? Golden vegetable soup at under £1 for 4. A crafty way of getting children to eat more vegetables than they notice. Keeping our children's eating habits healthy can often be a really hard slog, especially where things like packed lunches are concerned. One thing's for certain, given the choice between a sandwich and a sweetie, I think we all know what most kids would choose.
In my packed lunch I put a yoghurt and biscuits and crisps, ham sandwiches, a trifle and biscuits. I have a bag of crisps of flavours and I might win £1,000. Ham sandwich and cake and crisps, a Kit Kat and a sandwich and cookies. That's all.
With all those treats, it's hardly surprising that kids often bypass the important parts of their packed lunches in favour of confectionery, sweet and salty snacks and baked goods. Eating habits established in childhood can easily last a lifetime, so as well as simply providing a lunch for a growing child, we have to think of their future. Moist sandwich fillings on brown bread with plenty of fresh or dried fruit contribute to a healthy day's intake. For treat snacks, on some days, try healthier alternatives like lower fat cheeses, yoghurts and boxes of raisins. Make chocolate or crisps a once-a-week treat and only put in the smaller sizes. And when you provide a soft drink, make sure it's a diet low-sugar type. It's amazing how quickly really young children develop a taste for foods which are high in fats, sugar and salt. A lot of us working parents have our work cut out to feed a hungry family fast before they reach for the junk food alternatives. Processed foods are now basic to many people's daily diets, but with careful choices, a healthy balance can be maintained. Choosing this prepared tomato sauce instead of the higher fat carbonara keeps the fat content low. And when combined with minced beef, it makes a quick and easy meal for the family. Brown the mince and make sure you drain off the excess fat before you add the sauce. Children can be reluctant to eat vegetables, so grating is a clever way of increasing the amount they eat, and it makes the sauce go further. Served with wholemeal or ordinary pasta, the evening meal is ready to eat within half an hour of arriving home.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Cooking for a family has its rewards, but cooking for one can sometimes seem a chore.
I've been on my own for 18 months now and find shopping and cooking for myself a real problem. Sometimes I just don't know where to start.
Well, how about sardines on toast? In brine or tomato sauce, sardines are really simple to prepare once you manage to open the tin. Served on toast, followed by a tin of fruit in its natural juices, this simple fish dish makes a light, effortless supper for one. And sardines are a healthy choice as they are an oil-rich fish. Now, this may seem like a contradiction in terms, but the oils contained in oil-rich fish like mackerel, herrings, trout or salmon are in fact very beneficial in the fight against heart disease. So, whether or not you believe fish is good for the brain, it's certainly good for the heart.
Can you tell me what you think the most unhealthy foods are?
Unhealthy foods? Most fried foods, chips, burgers, chips, pizzas, junk food, hamburgers, everything.
Do you like vegetables?
Don't eat vegetables.
Fried food, bacon, black pudding. I think that's quite unhealthy.
The things we shouldn't eat, there's quite a lot of them. Well, I don't eat fries very often. I don't think we should eat them.
The good news is that you can still fry food and eat healthily. Stir frying might seem a surprising choice, but it is a very healthy way to cook. As long as you trim all the fat from the meat, in chicken this means the skin, measure the oil used to cook, add plenty of vegetables, fry the food fast and hot, and when you serve it on a bed of rice, it's delicious. So don't forget, reduce fat, eat more fruit and vegetables, keep salt and sugar low, and get the balance right. So a healthy, balanced diet is not that difficult to achieve, and it doesn't need to be boring. With a few small changes in what we eat and how we cook it, we can eat well, look good, feel great, and live longer. Well, enjoy your food, and don't forget the healthy snacks like this one.